Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of The Science and the Products. My name is Mariel Kokkonen, and I am an absolute hemp enthusiast. My enthusiasm has started and grown month after month because of using high-quality broad-spectrum hemp products to support my health and well-being. Today, we will be discussing sleep. The night is long with tangled thoughts. A silent storm behind the eyes, sleep stands at the doorway, and shadows dance where dreams should find place. How can I welcome sleep? I am tired of the wait. Sleep is essential to overall health, performance, and emotional balance. It plays a crucial role in physical health by supporting immune function, regulating metabolism, and promoting muscle recovery. It is equally important for our cognitive function. It enhances memory, learning, problem solving, and decision making. For our emotional well-being, sleep reduces stress. It stabilizes mood and lowers the risk of anxiety and depression. For hormonal balance, sleep regulates cortisol, which is a stress hormone, melatonin, which is a sleep hormone, and growth hormone. For longevity and disease prevention, poor sleep is linked to an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and neurodegenerative disorders. So, prioritizing good sleep, quality sleep, is fundamental for optimal mental and physical health, ensuring long-term vitality and resilience of our body and our mind. We have a system in our body that is designed to support homeostasis or balance. And for sleep, this system is essential. The endocannabinoid system is a complex network of receptors, enzymes, and endogenous cannabinoids. It plays a crucial role in maintaining balance in the body, and one of its key functions is regulating sleep by interacting with the circadian rhythm, neurotransmitter release, and stress response. The endocannabinoid system consists of receptors, CB1 and CB2. CB1 receptors are primarily found in the central nervous system, including brain regions associated with sleep, like hypothalamus and pineal gland. CB2 receptors are mostly found in the peripheral nervous system and immune cells. It plays a role in inflammation and immune responses, which both have great effect to how we sleep. If you have a low-level inflammation in your body and your immune system is on a fighting mode all the time, that will create circumstances for poor sleep. Endocannabinoids like anandamide are cannabinoids produced by your body. So in effect, you and I, we have a factory inside our body, and it is producing cannabinoids. Anandamide binds to CB1 and CB2 receptors, and it is especially important in modulation of our sleep and wake cycles. Now, this circadian rhythm or our sleep and wake cycles, we will discuss later, because that is in fact the internal clock we always discuss. Normally, when you hear a conversation about this clock, it is in reference to us women hoping to have children. But in effect, in our body, it is very much working in regulation of our sleep and wake cycles. Now, just so we know exactly what we are discussing, let's have a look at how this fantastic system actually works. This is a picture of a cannabinoid that we can get from hemp. It's called CBG, cannabigerol. CBG is a very special cannabinoid. First of all, it is called the mother of all cannabinoids in the hemp plant. But what makes it special for you and for me is that it binds directly to our CB1 and CB2 receptors in our body. Here's what it does. It floats around, finds a receptor, sits tightly, and we can see the cell communication starting. Now, there are also enzymes as part of this system. One of them is called COX-2, the blue ball in the picture. Anandamide is, as I told you, a cannabinoid that is produced in our own bodies. And this is what it does. It finds a receptor, sits tightly, and the signaling starts. Cell communication can start. And here comes COX. Look what it does. It metabolizes the cannabinoid, and communication is broken. Anandamide comes back again, COX does its work, and it comes and goes. And this is a process that we need to interrupt. Now, the purpose of this is not to change your body. Your body is absolutely brilliant. The purpose of this amazing system is to find balance. And what it does for the balance is that it regulates different functions in our body so that they are not too slow, or in the case of COX, too fast. So anandamide is sitting in the receptor, signaling is going on, cell communication is happening, COX is getting ready to do its work, and in walks another hemp cannabinoid called CBD. CBD prohibits the overactive function of COX-2, so it doesn't break it completely. COX-2 is very much needed, but it stops it being too active, which means that the endocannabinoid system in your body can do its work as well as possible. The sleep cycle consists of 4 different stages. They repeat multiple times every night, typically lasting 90 to 110 minutes per cycle. Each stage plays a very unique role in physical and mental well-being. The very first cycle is called, it's a non-REM stage 1, and that is very, very light sleep. And it's very short, only about 1 to 7 minutes, maybe 5% of total sleep. It's the transition between wakefulness and sleep. You know, in this phase, stage 1, your muscles relax. And that is when sometimes you get this quick little twitch in your body when your muscles are relaxing. Also, your heart rate and breathing slow, but you are still very easily awakened. Stage 2 is still light sleep, but it's a little bit deeper. Your body temperature drops, brain waves slow with occasional bursts. They are called sleep spindles. Research says that these bursts are your brains fighting whether to sleep or to stay awake. And this is the phase that prepares your body for sleep, deep sleep. It is an important phase because without this, you cannot find yourself in the third stage of non-REM sleep. That is deep sleep or slow wave sleep. That lasts about half an hour, 20 to 40 minutes per cycle, and it's in total about 1/4 of your total sleep. This is the phase where brain activity is slowing, muscles repair, tissue grows, and immune functions peak. It's very essential for physical recovery and memory consolidation. So at this phase, your brain is putting things into order, putting things into right drawers so that your brain can be organized. Your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions are organized. And this is the stage that is hardest to wake up from. The fourth stage is called REM sleep, or rapid eye movement. That begins about 90 minutes after falling asleep, and it lasts longer in the later cycles. So you can go through multiple of these cycles over one night, and the later the cycle is, the longer REM sleep is. This is where brain activity increases and you have very vivid dreams. It supports your cognitive function, emotional regulation, and learning. Your muscles in REM sleep are actually temporarily paralyzed because your body is prohibiting you from acting out your dreams. It is that lively in your brains in this fourth cycle. Now, the sleep cycle matters because cycling through all these stages of sleep ensures your physical recovery, your cognitive function, and emotional regulation. Disruptions in the deep sleep or REM sleep will lead to fatigue, impaired memory, and mood disorders. This is what's called brain fog and the general feeling of tiredness, or the simple crankiness that doesn't seem to leave us after the bad nights. The first half of the night has more deep sleep, which is essential for body repair, physical repair. And then the second half is focused on REM sleep, which is important for your mental function. The endocannabinoid system is a key modulator of sleep by balancing neurotransmitters, hormones, and stress responses. When functioning properly, it is supporting healthy sleep cycles, relaxation, and then deep restorative sleep. Disruptions in the functionalities of the endocannabinoid system's activity can lead to insomnia, fragmented sleep, and daytime fatigue, which makes it a very important target when we are discussing sleep optimization. We have been talking about sleep a lot in the last few days in the conversations that I have had a pleasure of being part of. And in those conversations, we all face the same question. Why is it that the sleep stands at the doorway but refuses to come in? We fall asleep and then we wake up. Or we don't actually wake up, but the sleep is so light throughout the night that we are disturbed over the sleep, which means that come morning, we don't wake up rested or well. One of the key factors to all of that is your endocannabinoid system. Because of anandamide, which is your internal endocannabinoid, sleep is very important because during sleep, the amount of anandamide in your body increases, especially in the deep sleep stages, which helps regulate REM sleep and mood stabilization. There's another major cannabinoid produced in your body that's called 2-AG in short. It peaks during wakeful hours and then it decreases when you're sleeping. This influences daytime alertness and sleep-wake balance. External cannabinoids, primarily from hemp, can interact with the endocannabinoid system to influence sleep patterns. CBD promotes sleep by reducing anxiety, stress, cortisol levels, and all of these can otherwise disrupt sleep onset. So especially the part where you are supposed to fall asleep. CBG enhances GABA function for relaxation, but it does not have sedative properties. It is not a psychoactive cannabinoid. CBN, cannabinol, it binds weakly to CB1 receptors. It has potential sedative effects, which makes it a candidate for sleep aid formulations, not only for those of us who are seeking alternative solutions, but also in the pharmaceutical industry. Both endocannabinoids and exocannabinoids help regulate sleep or the balance, homeostasis of sleep. But their effects depend on dosage, timing, and individual biochemistry. Your body is made beautifully. It is an absolute work of art. There is no need to change your body. There is a need to support what it already knows how to do. A good balance of your endocannabinoid system will ensure optimal sleep quality, while the external cannabinoids can be used strategically to support sleep without dependency. Now, one of the hormones that is produced in your body and can also be used as a pharmaceutical is called melatonin. The endocannabinoid system and melatonin interact in sleep regulation. ECS and melatonin work together because they are equally important in regulation of sleep-wake cycles. They ensure proper sleep at the beginning and the maintenance or continuity of good sleep. The interaction occurs through various pathways involving the circadian rhythm, so your biological clock, internal clock, neurotransmitter modulation, and hormonal balance. Key interactions between the endocannabinoid system and melatonin happen in your brains in hypothalamus, which is essentially the location of your body's biological clock. In CB1 receptors in the pineal gland, that regulates melatonin synthesis, that links the endocannabinoid system unbreakably to circadian sleep cycle. And then the cannabinoids that your body is producing, they help synchronize sleep-wake patterns by affecting the melatonin secretion in your body. Anandamide enhances melatonin release, and so it promotes you falling asleep. CBD may indirectly increase melatonin because it's reducing stress and stabilizing the biological clock. CB1 activation in the pineal gland can either enhance or suppress melatonin production. That depends on your body, on what is best for you. And then there's neurotransmitter interaction for sleep promotion. Very interesting thing is that the endocannabinoid system modulates serotonin, which is a precursor to melatonin. And thus it affects the mood and sleep cycle stability. CBD interacts directly with serotonin receptors, and that influences melatonin production and improves sleep quality. Did you know that 90% of your serotonin is actually produced in your gut? And that takes us back to why it is so important to support a system that is hands-on supporting and protecting your body from inflammation. One of the most important reasons for low-level inflammation in your body is your gut, the state of its being, whether it's healthy or not, how is your gut bacteria, how is your gut microbiome. All of that is directly linked to low-level inflammation in your body, and there you need help just as much as you need it just to get to sleep. A well-balanced endocannabinoid system will support melatonin secretion and reinforce natural sleep patterns. If this system is dysfunctional due to stress, poor diet, lifestyle factors, or not enough cannabinoids produced in your body, that will lead to melatonin imbalances, which will result into insomnia or poor sleep quality. These are two different things. Poor sleep quality is the irregular sleep cycles. It is those sleep cycles where you get the falling asleep and you get the settling your body, and then it starts being interrupted at the stage where the most repairs are done to your physics, to your body, or to your mental well-being and to your head. If you supplement with cannabinoids, CBD, CBN, CBG, that will not only help regulate melatonin levels, but it will reduce stress and support your endocannabinoid system function. So in summary, the endocannabinoid system and melatonin work together to maintain a healthy sleep-wake cycle. And so by supporting ECS balance, natural melatonin production can be optimized, and that leads to better sleep quality, and overall well-being. Now, I did a little bit of research for all of us. We are going to be discussing a comparison between natural hemp products and pharmaceuticals. Let's look at the products first. On the right side of this picture, you can see a hemp sleep oral applicator. That is the king of all sleep products currently. It comes with 1,005 milligrams of CBD and 2.5 milligrams of melatonin per every dose. It has vitamins D and E in it. But what makes this product very special is that it is a mixture of raw hemp oil. That means that it has also broad spectrum cannabinoids. It has terpenes, it has cannaflavins in it, and that creates a situation where you're in your body where this product will deliver more than 1 + 1 is 2 because of the entourage effect associated with terpenes, cannaflavins, and broad spectrum cannabinoids. It is an evening product. You take it in the evening, and when you take this product, that is no time to start cleaning your kitchen anymore. This is a product that you take when you're already sitting next to your pillow. You sit on the side of your bed, you take this product, and you relax. That is your 15 minutes for reading in the evening. It is not your time for social media. It is not your time to increase your brain activity, start doing calculus or thinking about astrophysics. It is the moment where you relax, where you give time for yourself. The other option, some may think that it's a little bit more useful option, is a hemp plus vape with 100 milligrams of CBD in it and 100 milligrams of CBN. This is a very special vape. It is not tobacco. No nicotine in this product, no tobacco leaves. It has medium chain triglyceride oil from coconut, and that makes it also have a very lovely coconut flavor. This is a vape product. You puff away. For many of us, this is a product that helps us relax in the evening. We do a little bit of vaping, just a few puffs. And with these few puffs, we get CBN, and CBN will beautifully help us fall asleep. From one sleep applicator, you can easily get 6 to 8 weeks of good, high quality, uninterrupted sleep. From the vape, you get 200 to 300 puffs. And many of us who use the vape product for sleeping, we take, let's say, 10 puffs in the evening, all in peace. We sit down, we think about life, all these philosophical thoughts, and we puff away so we fall asleep. Because it has no tobacco in it, it is a safe product to use also for those who perhaps share a bedroom with you. Two beautiful solutions, different solutions. One of them, the ultimate support with everything perfect from hemp. The other one, not any less hemp, but a little more relaxed regime with less CBD, with CBN that supports the falling asleep wonderfully. This is a product that you can start with, the vape, on your way to supporting your body and your endocannabinoid system to the full to ensure that you get good sleep every night. Now, let's do a comparison. Let's talk about pharmaceutical intervention. I am going to have this discussion. It will include a lot of big statements. And when I do that, I would like you all to know that I have the research references for your interest. So if you are needing to see why I am saying something, write it down and ask me for a scientific reference, and I will make sure you get it. Benefits of using non-psychoactive cannabinoids and melatonin for sleep versus pharmaceuticals is the fact that one is natural and the other one most certainly is not. Using CBD, CBG, CBN, and melatonin for sleep support offers a holistic approach compared to pharmaceutical sleep aids. They often come with risks of dependence and side effects. Not to mention that the dose that you start with, if you're using pharmaceutical intervention, will never be enough in the long run, but your dose is going to have to increase. Cannabinoids and melatonin work with the body's natural sleep mechanisms, supporting the endocannabinoid system and your biological clock. Melatonin regulates sleep-wake cycles rather than forcing sedation. The pharmaceutical option is benzodiazepines, Xerox, antihistamines. They induce artificial sedation rather than true restorative sleep. They suppress REM sleep and lead to grogginess and poor cognitive function. With cannabinoids and melatonin, you don't form a habit, and they can be used long-term without significant withdrawal symptoms. They work by enhancing natural sleep processes and reducing the need for escalating doses. For pharmaceuticals, prescription sleep aids lead to tolerance, dependence, and withdrawal symptoms. And long-term use can result in rebound insomnia. So first you do fall asleep, but should you ever come to a decision where you need to stop the use of these pharmaceutical sleep aids, it can lead into rebound insomnia because your body is now used to not really sleeping, just being still for some hours. There's no side effects, and the next day functioning is better with cannabinoids and melatonin. If you find a proper dosage for you, you will sleep like a baby, except you will not wake up every 2 hours crying, and you do not need to eat 3 times every night. And you will wake up rested, alert, focused, energetic, and ready for whatever the day is that brings to you. For pharmaceuticals, you have very common side effects of grogginess and confusion, dizziness, memory issues. There are hangover effects, and they impair cognitive function and reaction times. With cannabinoids, you get multifaceted health benefits. In addition to better sleep, CBD reduces stress, anxiety, and inflammation, so promoting overall well-being. CBN has sedative properties, but it is not psychoactive. Melatonin is a potent antioxidant that, by research, supports brain health. And pharmaceutical options, they mask sleep issues. They don't address the underlying causes. If you don't know why you can't sleep, with pharmaceuticals, you will sleep, but you don't know why you didn't sleep to begin with. And if you don't help your body find its balance, you might never know. Not to mention that any pharmaceutical solution for sleep may disrupt neurotransmitter balance over time, and that, my friend, leads to much more problems than the next day grogginess. With cannabinoids, you don't have a risk of sleepwalking or sleep eating or amnesia-like behavior, so I don't remember something the next day. With pharmaceuticals, there are some sleep medications that cause parasomnias. They lead to risky behaviors during sleep. So conclusion is that for those of us who are seeking better sleep without sedation, without addiction or side effects, the non-psychoactive cannabinoids together with melatonin are a superior alternative to pharmaceuticals because they support natural sleep cycles, they reduce stress and enhance relaxation while avoiding long-term risks associated with sleep medications. So sleep is like a symphony. And in the orchestra of sleep, CBD is the gentle conductor. It calms the mind and sets the pace. CBN is the cello, deep and slow. It draws you into stillness. Melatonin is the night's violin. It plays the final lullaby that welcomes sweet dreams. And together they compose the harmony that carries all of us into rest.